They fired me. They took my bag as soon as I walked back in the building, y'all. What the fuck? Back at mother square one.
We're going to get into her story in just a little bit, but first I'm going to need everybody out there to hit me in the comments section and tell me exactly what did you think that she did to lose her job today? And for her to know that she lost her job, what did she do? But anyway, in today's episode, we're going to get into I Just Got Fired, the Amazon edition. What it look like, TV?
I am back. What it do, baby?
YouTube's own Varnell Hill.
Did you miss me?
Your very own spokesman for the Insidians. We're inside and we're comfortable.
They're so comfortable.
And I'm back with another one. And today, y'all, I got a special How Did I Get Fired edition, but this is all Amazon right here because Amazon is one of the country's biggest employers. And right now, when you're hiring as many people as Amazon is hiring, you're firing just as many people also because everybody is not a good employee. And some people just get the bad shaft, but it's just a lot of firing going on over at Amazon. But a lot of times, if you ask me, people kind of knew that it was coming. But we're going to hear a couple of testimonials and see exactly what happened and hear a couple people out. But we're going to start with this first lady. And I heard this is the #1 pet peeve of Amazon. You gonna keep up with the tempo that they want you to keep up with, or you not gonna have a job.
But yeah, like I said, I did just get fired from Amazon. They fired. I feel like they was trying to beat me to the punch, honestly, because I've been telling like my boss or my higher up that I was gonna quit, which I shouldn't have done, but it just was like a reflex. Like he would try to tell me to do something. I'm just like, I'm finna quit anyway. Like y'all could chill. But yeah, I feel like they was trying to beat me to the punch. They was just like, we gonna fire her ass before she quit, and they did. I give y'all that. But look, they're mad at me because I don't see why I have to work extra crazy hard and put in so much work for $15 an hour, one paid 15-minute break and another 30 break. I came from a job where I had to do little to nothing. I was sitting on my ass getting paid $18. They fed me free food. They had free snacks throughout the building. And what else happened? Oh yeah, we got a 30 and 215s. Like, I'm coming from this to this. And y'all think y'all finna get 100% work? No. Another thing was, like, I didn't like how Jeff Bezos is getting, like, billions a day. Like, people, there's billions of people using his app. Like, he's getting hella money. What do I look like? Okay, let's think. What do I look like working my ass off for him to make billions a day and I'm getting barely 100 a day? Smoking. You're smoking. But yeah, they fired me. That's okay. They lost a bad bitch. That's what they did lose. And everybody up in this can vouch for me. I was cool as fuck. Cute. You know what? It's all right, though.
Girl, bye.
I'm just going to hope and pray that that was sarcasm, or at least some sarcasm was mixed in there, because if you believed every word that you just said, if you that arrogant, you're going to get fired from a lot more jobs to come, because don't nobody owe you anything. And Amazon, I'm starting to find out, they're not the place to be there lollygagging. When you at Amazon, you're going to be working. It's kind of like when you at the supermarket and you pretty much know you working the register, you know it's a camera on you to make sure that you stay honest with their money. In Amazon, pretty much if you a worker, it's a camera on you at all times to make sure that you honest with the product and honest with their time.
How to get fired at Amazon.
They ain't playing with y'all. Amazon is not like a regular job. If you're going to get a job at Amazon, realize that. When you're going to be working, you're going to be working. It's none of that playing around and talking to your co-workers like you do on a regular job. This the Amazon factory. They looking for output and results, and they don't want to hear anything. And a lot of people go to Amazon thinking that Amazon is going to care. Come on, y'all got to stop going to these companies and going to work expecting work to care about you.
The fact that Amazon has fired me over something that I have literally no control over is beyond me.
beyond me. As most of you know, I was living in my car for 3 months just so that I could go to this job that was an hour and a half away from where my child was living at the time. Then my child's father passed away in December, and I had no choice but to just come back home, which is in Maryland instead of Florida, and try to rebuild my life again because I was homeless, living in my car for 3 months. After it took me 6 months to find this job, finally got it. Only worked it for 2 months before his father passed away. Then that gave me a transfer so that I could come back home. I had 2 weeks to receive my offer letter. I did not receive my offer letter within that time. It took a little bit longer than that, and my time went into -80. But they know my situation. They know everything that I just said. They know all of this, and they don't care. Just because I did not get the offer letter within the 2 weeks of time. And that is because the person that was working on my case had his own personal issues and was in the hospital. So it prolonged me getting my offer letter, which I've explained to HR, but they don't care. They don't care. All of this, and they don't care. The amount of time that it took me to get a job just for it to be snatched away over something I have no control over is beyond me. And they know all of this and they don't care. That is beyond me. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I don't know how I'm gonna take care of my bills, my son, myself. I've literally been applying for jobs for weeks now, just so I can have a backup. Haven't heard anything back. So at this point, Amazon, y'all really screwed me over, for real. Thank you.
I'm not going to comment on her story because it was a whole lot going on. I just hope things get better for you. But I can say one glaring mistake that you made is expecting Amazon to care about your situation. These corporations don't care about you. I don't care if you had 6 months like you had, or I don't care if you had 8 years like this next lady had. They don't care. They care about production.
I've been fired from Amazon after 8 years. And here's what I learned. Don't care nothing about no loyalty. And am I delusional for thinking that Amazon would care that I was there for 8 years? Am I delusional? Call me delusional, child, but I actually thought it mattered. So I basically got fired for low productivity. And if you're somebody that's ever worked at Amazon, you know that if you don't hit those metrics, you don't hit that rate every week, it's going to be a write-up. It's going to be a write-up. Whatever those metrics are for that building, and you don't meet them, you're going to get a write-up. And baby, when I tell you, my third write-up that I got, I fought that shit. And I won it. But while in the process of fighting for my third write-up to get dropped, they literally gave me another write-up that same week. So, yeah. I don't know if they were gunning for me or so many rules and policies had changed that I just could not keep up with it. The rates just kept going up. So when they finally terminated me or whatever, they walked my ass out the building like I was a mother thief. And the lady was like, oh, well, you were hitting your metrics for this week, but you just didn't hit it from last week. Girl, don't piss me the off. So basically, I got the option to appeal my termination. And of course, I appealed it because I need my mother job. I was there for 8 years, duh. So I appealed it. I appealed it with a group of tier 1 associates who were just like me, and them didn't care. I learned that when you are in the process of doing your termination with Amazon, you cannot come from an emotional standpoint. You need to prove basically why the termination is basically incorrect, why the policy was not upheld in the correct way, which is of course it was hidden in the correct way. I didn't meet my goals, but that's not the only thing that should matter. Amazon always talks about, oh, numbers don't matter, numbers don't matter. Well, why is it that when I'm appealing my termination, you don't seem to care about anything else besides me talking about why the policy wasn't upheld? I came to them from a standpoint of saying okay, I was sick, I wasn't feeling well that week, and I generally was not feeling well that week. I had a really bad cough. But I also came from an emotional standpoint and saying okay, I'm a mom of 4, I need my job. The economy is really hard. This is not a time where people should be really even looking for a job. Really stick with the job that you have because it's hard out here to find another job. So I was coming from all sorts of emotional standpoint, just a standpoint of as an associate who's been there for 8 years, and they did not care. That shit is pissing me off because they did not care that I was there for 8 years. It's not that I thought that I was going to get any extra leeway, but I don't know. I feel I thought it should have been considered in some form of fashion. I've been there for 8 years, but I guess you could also say oh, well, you've been there for 8 years. You should know what you're doing. Yeah, I know what I'm doing, but Amazon keeps changing their rates and their metrics, and that shit just keeps going up and up and up, and then they work you like a dog, and it just keeps going up and up and up. It's the better that you work at this job, the more they're just going to keep pushing the goalposts because they just want to keep pushing you to work hard. So that's just my little story time. And yes, I'm filing for unemployment because Amazon deserves me after being there for 8 years. Yeah, they must owe me, bitch. So we're in the process of filing for unemployment.
Told y'all Amazon don't care, man.
We don't care.
Amazon doesn't have the time to care. And this is what everybody has to slow down and take a realization to. Everybody needs to slow down and realize with how many people Amazon employs, they can't care about all their employees' personal situation. You're going to have to handle that on your own. You just going to have to come to work and make this money because it's impossible. They would never get anything done if they was sitting around worrying about everybody's situation. They're too busy trying to keep the peace in the factory with all these people working together and all these different personalities.
Story time on how I got fired from Amazon. So basically, if you know, Amazon like a big ass facility with like a whole bunch of either old bitches, old niggas, people that's going to school, people that's just getting out of high school, shit like that. So I was working there for like damn near 3 years. Like I kept getting fired, but I just kept coming back for some reason. But I'm gonna tell you why, because for one, I love the money, and for two, like you get paid weekly and you getting paid 21. Well, at the time when I first started, I was making 19, 20, but you know it go up by a year or whatever. But you know, I almost got fired a couple of times. For one, a bitch almost stole my snacks in the break room when I was gonna fight her. And do y'all know they had the nerve to suspend me because they said my fucking body language? But at least I got paid suspension. Click that. See, woo. And then they let me back. But it's like damn near after that, everything went downhill like from there. Like everybody got fired left to right, all my fucking friends and shit. So then, you know, later on, this shit got fired before me. I think like I was like, no, Lena was the last one to get fired because that bitch knew her ways around Amazon. That bitch was teaching me shit. Like the was all damn near getting off Amazon. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If y'all need a job, Amazon is the easiest. Bro, Amazon will hire a hobo off the corner. I promise you. Like you don't have to pay nobody to even do that shit. Like all you have to do is just check for that shit in your fucking area, sign up for the damn alerts, and boom, you in there. But I'm gonna say you gotta be fast though because they be snatching it up really fucking quick. Would I work back at Amazon? No. And I can't because I done got fired so many times. The last time I applied was last year. They was like, and do y'all know they fired people for my birthday? But they was like, basically I got fired too much and I couldn't come back. And I'm like, fuck you out. That shit is miserable. That shit is like slavery. Don't stay there. I don't see how people be there for 10 plus years and shit like that. Like if you need some quick fast money, Amazon is the way for you. I would say stack your money for 2 years or so and move on. Start you a business. That's what I did. Like Amazon not for everybody. Because I was falling asleep and shit. I was so fucking tired. The work schedule was crazy, but the money is worth it. So do what you want with this information. Oh, I didn't tell you why I got fired. I got fired from time off task. Yeah, my time was off task the first time. Second time was the pay suspension. The third time was like on some... The third time I got fired, I think it was because of my... Oh, I had too many write-ups for my headphones. Yeah, that's another thing. They don't play about them headphones. And the manager's gonna write you up for every fucking thing. I was finna fight them fucking managers every morning. Every fucking day. At 7 in the morning, can't believe that shit. A PA and managers is on 10. They mad as shit. Ready to write you up. You arguing with everybody at fucking 7 in the morning and shit. Like, hell no. Hell no. I wouldn't even go back to that shit. I'm cool. But y'all can't book with T-Locks. Alright, I'm finna smoke.
What? Why you speak English, lady?
Amazon sound like it's doing a lot of favors and giving a lot of people chances, man, if you ask me by that story. And it also sound like it's a real job in there to try to manage all those personalities coming together, all those people being there for different reasons, all those people trying to get over on the system. Seems like that's a heck of a job. And that's what I mean. Amazon really can't care about what's going on in your life because Amazon is just trying to keep the peace within them walls of that factory, that warehouse.
I got fired from Amazon for calling somebody a racial slur. And I didn't even call him a racial slur. He just heard me say to someone else that he was a lame ass nigga. And he proved my point by reporting me for calling him a racial slur like a lame ass nigga.
Got him!
Anyways. I'm in the aisle, working, my partner in the aisle, on his phone. This nigga walked by the aisle. He stops and stands there just staring and shit, trying to intimidate somebody, I guess. Not working. Because I just continue working and ignore him. Tanat's still on his phone. We chilling and shit. I was like, I guess this nigga ain't gonna say nothing. I said, you just gonna stand there and stare? And I was like, Tanat, I guess he wants you. Blah, blah, blah. Tanaj go over there, talk to him. I guess he write him up. He walk off. Me and Tanaj keep talking. I was like, man, that nigga's a lame ass nigga. He heard me from like 2 hours down.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You got to deal with stuff like that employees playing their get you gotcha game with each other. You gotta deal with people hiding and trying to make TikToks and all that type stuff.
Oh shit, he come. Bro, my dumb ass done got fired from Amazon, bro. I'm a dumb ass. I'm making a 5-second TikTok, like what? A 5-second TikTok, bro? Like, bro, on what? TikTok, bro? Shit. How the fuck gonna get my shit, man? People got bills to pay, man. Gotta get my shit for Huawei, man. Huawei coming up, all that. Christmas, all that. Eve, bro. Damn. So, bro, who's job hiring, bro? So I need a job ASAP right now. Like, ASAP, I need a job right now. ASAP, I'm leaving right now. Yo.
Get out! Get out! Get the hell out of here!
Making TikToks was not in the policy book, man. I don't know what the Amazon policy book look like, but all you people that work for Amazon, y'all need to get that book out late at night, and y'all need to be flipping through that sometimes instead of being on TikTok or watching TV and figure out what exactly are the do's and don'ts.
Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow.
So I just got fired from Amazon, and I've been working there for 4 years and 8 months. I didn't even do anything wrong. I wasn't wrote up for attendance. I wasn't time off task. I didn't have any write-ups at all. And I disagreed with some policies and tried to talk to my managers about it. They viewed it as insubordination. I didn't even do anything wrong.
Really? I don't know, because you didn't elaborate, but if it was one of the policies that you had a problem with, you signed off on the policies when you accepted the job. So wait until after you accept the job. See what I mean? It's a tricky one, but you really didn't elaborate. But if we're going to keep on moving on along, you know that people out here at Amazon getting fired for the number one thing that people get fired at all jobs for, and that's attendance.
So I got fired from Amazon today. So long story short, I got fired from Amazon today for a negative UPT balance, which is your unpaid time off. Now let me mind you, I am a little I am pissed off. I don't understand how this could have happened, but I had just came back from a leave of absence. I was out from December 17th to January 16th, something like that. I was out for a whole month on a leave of absence. I had all my documentation figured out for it, and unfortunately, some of those days that I had covered for my leave of absence still came out of my UPT. So I pretty much, they didn't, the ERC for Amazon did not, by the time I came back from my leave of absence, they hadn't fixed that balance at all. So obviously I believe I came back, it was January 16th was when I was allowed to come back. My first day actually working, I believe, was January 18th, which would have been a Saturday. So I worked 2 days after coming back from my leave of absence. I got fired on a Friday, right before I was supposed to come into my next scheduled shift. So I was a little kind of shocked. I was like, well, how could you fire me for a negative UPT balance that you guys are supposed to be fixing? Do you guys not check your employee records? Did you not see that these hours are covered under a leave of absence before you started my termination process? I am gonna be honest, I am super petty. I am pissed. I am getting married. I was depending on this extra money to, help pay for wedding deposits and all this stuff. So I'm pissed. So you know what I do? I call them. I call ERC because I was like, you know what? Like, you say you are processing my termination. You can unprocess it, right? I'm going to call and I'm going to tell them like, hey, you guys are firing me for a UPT balance. Now, I'm going to let you guys know. It was like 5 days worth. And obviously I was working 10-hour shifts. That is 50 hours of UPT that was like unaccounted for pretty much. So my balance was like really high up there, and that's why they fired me. But it's like, obviously you should be looking at your employee like records. Like, if you looked, you would have seen I just came back from a leave of absence. You would have saw that those days are covered like underneath of that, and that you guys were supposed to take it off. Anyway, so I call to try and get them to unprocess this termination, because it's like, you haven't processed it yet, right? I'm not like, you guys just sent me an email saying that you guys were gonna get ready to process. I call them. I don't know. The lady literally like sends over a ticket to get my UPT balance like fixed, right? I'm sitting here like, okay, but if I'm getting terminated, like, that doesn't help me at all. Doesn't help me at all. So, and then she's like, okay, we're going to, since your termination is already being processed, there is nothing that you can do. They said that the only thing that I can do is wait for the email that says that I can appeal the termination, like if it was like wrong, which from what I read, it sounds like a termination is like legit going to court and like pleading my case, and then it's still like a 50-50 chance if they're going to uphold the termination or if they are going to like give me my job back.
I'm not saying who right, I'm not saying who wrong. I'm just saying don't expect these places to understand or care about anything. Amazon is cool. And I think, remember Friday? I think Craig must have worked for Amazon, because Amazon is even known for firing people on their day off.
How the hell you gonna get fired on your day off?
Amazon don't care, y'all.
It is 3:24 in the morning, and I am officially about to sue the fuck out of Amazon. Like, I'm finna sue y'all. Jeff, I'm coming for you. Why the f did these bitches just fire me on my day off? Who the f does that? I was supposed to go to work tomorrow at 6. Well, today really, because it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I was supposed to go to work today at 6. I'm sitting at home wondering why the f my check ain't hit, because my shit always hit midnight, Wednesday midnight, right? You know what I'm saying? Around 12, 1 o'clock. I know I'm gonna get my check. I'm checking. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I check. I'm like, damn, where my direct deposit at? So I goes to log in on my A to Z app so I can get to my ADP so they can tell me what's going on with my money. I can't even get into the A to Z app because that shit say temporarily disabled. I'm like, temporarily disabled? Bitch, for what? For how long? For why? So I'm like, wait a minute. Let me call ERC. I called ERC. They said, you have been terminated. The f do you mean I've been terminated? So apparently, while I was gone on my approved temporary schedule accommodation, nobody went in and fixed my hours. So the whole time I was gone, that shit was just stacking up. I had negative and 600 something hours from them not putting in my time for my approved schedule adjustment. I knew this because when I got back to work and I was still seeing that shit on my UPT shit, they were supposed to be refunding me. I kept going to the HR desk at the site asking them, can y'all refund my shit? They was like, you got to talk to DLS. Well, DLS said, I need to talk to y'all. Well, you got to talk to... It was constant back and forth. Now I'm fired. And you bitches think I'm finna let that shit ride? All I'ma say is, Jeff, you better get your folks. Jeff. Because they finna cost your ass some money. I ain't none of Craig. This shit ain't finna fly with me.
You ain't gonna do.
I don't know, but it sounds like somebody messed up in that situation. Somebody is blatantly wrong. I can't tell you who, but somebody wrong. But anyway, let's get back to the intro.
Well, they fired me.
He took my bag as soon as I walked back in the building, y'all.
What did y'all answer to the why did y'all think the lady got fired from the intro? We're going to see exactly what she did to get fired. Then I'm going to need y'all to tell me in the comment section once again. Did she deserve to get fired or didn't she deserve to get fired?
Y'all, they about to fire the out of my ass. Look what the I done did.
Damn.
Look at the clearance, 6'10". I know this truck about a good 8-9 feet, y'all. The they about to I done knocked the camera down and everything. They about to fire me. Oh Lord, it's only the 4th day at work.
I be wanting to ride with the regular common folk, man, but y'all be making it hard on the brother, man. Hit me up in the comment section and tell me what y'all think. Do she deserve to be fired?
Yes, definitely.
She got the delivery truck wedged in the apartment building complex parking garage. This is a real tough one, man. Like, you making it hard for us to ride with you. But let's see exactly what she was thinking to make her wedge her delivery truck in the parking garage like that. What was you thinking, man?
So y'all, they fired me, if you didn't see my previous video, because I went into a parking garage in a 9-foot truck and the clearance was 6 foot. It was a mistake. It was an accident. There was another Amazon employee that told me, I asked, I said, can I fit up under here? Like, how? I never did apartments before, like to go to the lock. I never did that. Well, not the ones with the parking garage. This one was in the city. I asked him, I said, can I go in here? He said, yeah, I normally go in all the way in, then turn around and do right there and park right here. So I said, oh, okay, he do it, so I can do it. But as soon as I go up everything, I'm going up the little ramp a little bit, everything going smoothly. Then I started hearing something scraping. And it's like the car with the truck was getting hard to move. I said, what the f is this? What the f? Next thing you know, I hit a camera in the complex. That lady said, baby, you hitting stuff. You hitting stuff. Y'all, I was stuck ever since.
Didn't I just tell y'all they be making it hard for me to ride with them?
I'm trying to be cool. But goddamn.
I can't ride with you on that, man. It's your delivery truck. You should know how high your own delivery truck is. But we're not going to be on her back too hard. We're not going to be on her back too hard. Because she is not the only one. They are out here playing bumper cars with these Amazon trucks. And it seems like that's one of the #1 ways to get fired over at Amazon also. Jack one of these trucks up.
Yeah, y'all might as well just fire me. I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know how to. I did some dumbass shit like this. But yeah, this might be my last day. Oh man, this. Oh man, this.
We have a problem. We have a problem. Ladies and gentlemen, we have problems.
Oh yeah, today my last day. Today is my last day. Yeah, it's really over now. Oh my God.
And if people aren't getting fired because they done totally tore the truck up, they getting fired because they can't handle that truck. Being an Amazon delivery driver with this overnight delivery, and we guarantee you gonna have it by this time, and this time has these drivers pushed to their maximum limits. And that's one of the hardest jobs in America right now.
Guess who got rolled up again? Oh, I know what you're thinking. Mike, this your second write-up in 2 weeks. You must be the problem. And maybe I am the problem. But I have one thing to say. As an Amazon driver, well, first of all, let me say this. I got written up for that week that I recorded that video for not finishing my ride on time. So the same write-up, unsatisfactory work. By the way, this is what I'm rocking with today. I'm on my heat break. But I just gotta say this. If I'm being written up and my job is at risk for not finishing my route on time, I think it's unacceptable at the fact that as Amazon drivers, we don't have time to stop to use the restroom. We don't have time to eat half the time. We don't have time to take our break to eat. And you could, Like, the workload in the comments of the video that I was just recording, folks was talking about some, you gonna be late already because you're recording this video, this 2-minute video, this 3-minute video. Like, that is ridiculous that we gotta be pushed to those extremes. Like, it don't make sense to me. And I truly believe that's why I've been behind so much, because I'm not doing that no more. I'm not skipping, I'm not working through my break anymore. I'm not holding my pee. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I'm not doing those things anymore. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I think everybody needs to be more realistic. That's it. But who am I? Now, I loved my job when I first started. But one thing about Amazon, if you've never worked for Amazon, one thing about them is the algorithm continues to give you more and more work as you go. Like, it's kind of like, okay, you did good doing this route, so we're gonna give you 30 more houses. We're gonna give you 30 more. Like, it's like constantly going up and up and up. My workload has increased since the day I started. So, and y'all not finna drain. Y'all not finna take everything I got. I'm sorry. Like, no. It's not finna go down like that. It's not finna go down like that. So, I'm gonna get rolled up again. So this is, I guess, this is me documenting my exit. And when stuff like this happens, I'm not complaining, I'm not tripping. When stuff like this happens, that just means that God has something else for me, right? And I'm open to see whatever that is.
This is a message for all my delivery drivers. If you think your smart ass can outsmart Amazon, you ain't dead wrong. Guess what? Amazon locked my account because I was doing this. This is not worth it. Because right now, Amazon is about to send me home so I can watch a fucking video about safety. This is not worth it, guys. Right now, it's 2:19. I already knocked all these things. Now I got the sweeper coming to take all of the packages so I can go back to the station so I can watch a safety video. This is for all my delivery drivers. Amazon is smart is not the way to go. Safety first. If you value your job, if you don't want Amazon to cancel you one day, you don't have to cry, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to pay that shit. Stop doing that, because that's exactly the message. It goes to you. Yep, so I got to return back to the station with a disgrace. Damn, man. I feel bad. Like, I should know better. I know, like, I was trying to be a little smart, but yeah. All right, man, you can't outsmart Amazon. So guys, if you guys are watching this video, remember, if you value your job, if you know that you need that job to pay your stuff, do not let that happen to you. Because what they're going to do is going to send you home, watch a video, take a test about that video, or I don't know, probably, and then, take a test about the video, and then, you watch the video. If we catch you doing this again, your ass is grass.
It's a lot of moving pieces and parts in the background behind your next day delivery. And as you can see by these videos, if it isn't there by the time they said it's going to be there, 9 times out of 10, somebody got written up in the background. Like, I think the major takeaway that I'm taking from this video, and this is what everybody needs to hear me out there, because it's been a reset and they got y'all all jacked up and confused out there. Your job doesn't care about you. Your family cares about you. You're supposed to be looking to your family to care about your things that's going on in your personal life. They're the ones that care about what's going on. It's a lot of people that's expecting the job to have gratitude, for the job to care. No, for the job to be able to bend policies and care about what you think and how you feel about things. No, it doesn't work like that. It's like they programmed y'all to think that working is everything. And because working is everything to you, you think the job gonna care about you. The job don't care about you. Your family is supposed to care about you. And if we get back to realizing that our family cares about us and we go to work, you are contracted to give them 8 hours of your day or whatever schedule you sign up for. That's what the contract is. And stop putting all this, the job's supposed to care about you. I think people would start moving a little bit more strategically and had their best interests in mind and stop giving away what they don't want to give away because they think it's they in some type of relationship when they're not. But anyway, man, this video is going to end like all the other videos, man. Hit me up in the comments section and tell me how you feel about everything you have just witnessed.
Tell me how you felt about what just happened there.
And if you made it to this point in the video, you are my MVP.
It was a stone groove, my man.
I'm out of here.
My goal for this year is to never let a job have me that up again. Like, it's something about letting somebody have that much power over your life that just don't sit right with me. Like, you mean to tell me if you fire me right now, I'm not going to have an income next week? What? I don't like nothing about it. This year, well, the rest of this year, shall I say, we got to turn it up a notch because I'll be damned if I ever feel this way ever again in my life. Like, after everything, really? After coming in on my days off, after sacrificing time away from my family, this is how you repay me? Really? Never again.